Hello, what's up? I'm in the UK and I bought a lot of Sonic stuff, so I'm here to show that to you. For a bit of context, if you haven't seen me before, I don't live here, I live in Australia, and buying Sonic stuff over there is awful. It's like, it's just barren. If you've ever seen a desert, that's what it's like to buy Sonic stuff in Australia. It's also kind of what Australia is, it's very warm there. But I digress. It is impossible to get a lot of Jack-specific Sonic merch in general, but at the moment I'm looking for the Jack-specific stuff, I'm collecting that, so I've kind of gone crazy with the stuff that I have. It's all over there, and I'm gonna show it to you. I've also got a few other bits and bobs, like I've got some games, I got some, like a rubber ducky sort of thing. Let's just get into it. The first thing I picked up while I've been here was some DS games. Retro gaming in Australia, the prices right now are a bit outrageous, and some of these things I've had before, some of these things I still have, some of these things I'll just show you. Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush was my very first Sonic game, and I love it. I still have it. I still have my childhood copy, but I only have the cartridge, which is here. Well, this isn't my cartridge, this is just the cartridge that came with it, but I really wanted like a boxed copy. It doesn't have a manual, unfortunately, but that's not the end of the world, you know? Sonic Rush. Next up, Sonic Rush Adventure, which is, again, another thing. I actually don't have my old copy of Sonic Rush Adventure, so I'm really glad that I've got it now. This is a full one with the manual and the cartridge, and it works, which is like the bare minimum, I think. I don't know, I wanted the Rush duology. I know there's colors DS, but like, I've played it, I've got the cartridge. If I found a boxed copy while I was walking around, I would have picked it up, but I didn't, so, you know. Up next is the very best game ever made, Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. I have like the opposite problem that I have with Sonic Rush with Chronicles. I've got the box back home, and I have a cartridge too, but when I was a kid, I accidentally put it through the washing machine, and so it's like, it's just got like writing on it and scribbles, and it looks like a creepypasta sort of thing. But Sonic Chronicles, I now have, you know, a proper one with the cartridge and the manual. So it's nice to have like a nice version of this game, which, you know, is nice. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Depends on your thoughts on Sonic Chronicles. Finally, for the games, we have Sonic Generations for Nintendo 3DS. I love Generations. It's one of my favorite games of all time. The HD version, actually not really this one. And I do have this. I have it digitally. I have it on the eShop on the 3DS. But I wanted a physical copy of it. God forbid a guy have hobbies, right? I went to 2 different stores for this one. The first one, I found it and they couldn't find the cartridge, so they were like, we're not giving this to you. And I was like, damn, can you just like give me the box? Like, that's all I want. I just want the box. I already have the game on the eShop. And they wouldn't give it to me, so I'd given up. And then later on, I was in another store and I saw it and they had it, so I was like, it'd be rude not to, you know? Speaking of games, while I've been here, a little while ago was the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds open network test, and I don't know when this video is gonna come out, so it might actually, the full game might be out at that point, or maybe the demo that might be out at that point, but a week or so back, the open network test was playing, and I played that on my Switch, which was definitely one of the experiences of all time. There was no native Switch 2 version of the network test, and it was kind of rough, but the game is so much fun. One of my friends offered to get some footage of it for me on PC, which is really nice, so thank you to them. And I really like it. I really like the gameplay and the way that it just sort of just feels. I don't know, I can't really think of how to explain it on the spot. It hits the same spot for me that Mario Kart 8 did. Because I love Mario Kart 8. It's my favorite kart racer of all time. I like it better than Mario Kart World, I'm sorry, but CrossWorlds kind of hits that same vibe for me. It gets you in that same sort of state. I don't know, is that just me? Will I get CrossWorlds day one? Probably. Honestly, I had a great time with it. I thought it was really fun. Will I make a video on it? Hey, maybe. Probably. I don't know. Not straight away. I'll need to give it some time, give it a few months to let it sort of sink in and get my thoughts straight on it. But yeah, look out for that maybe. Okay, let's talk figures, trinkets, physical goodies. Up first is this rubber ducky of Supersonic. It's a Tubbs, and I found it, and I wasn't gonna get it, but it was on sale for £5, and then it was like half off the marked price. So it was like £2.50, which works out to be roughly $5 Australian, and like, I don't know, US, but it'll be here. And I was like, you know what? At that point, it'd be rude not to. I have a little Sonic of this. I don't know if it's the same size. I actually think it's a bit smaller than this. But hey, it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly. I picked up some blind boxes. These are Funko Minis, I think. Funko vinyl, pop vinyl minis. Yeah, mystery minis. That's what they're called. Funko mystery minis. So, I mean, I kind of wanna open them and see what's inside, which I might do. So this one's a lot heavier, and this one is very light. So I'm gonna hazard a guess that this one might be Dr. Eggman, maybe. And this one, God, I've got no idea. Maybe Tails, just based on vibes. We'll see if we're right. We'll see if we're right or wrong. Let's have a look. First up is the one that might be Dr. Eggman. And how do you actually open these? Oh, there we go. Let's have a look. Inside, oh, it's a bag. But I keep feeling that feels like Eggman, so I have a feeling that my hunch is correct. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? So I've got a little Dr. Eggman here. That's so cute. And for the second one, I'm thinking Tails. I'm feeling Tails. I might be wrong. It might be something else, but I don't know. My gut's telling me Tails. Watch me be completely wrong with this one. I actually have no clue who that is gonna be. It's so small. Let's have a look. Oh, it's Knuckles! That's not Tails. That's actually really neat. Knock, knock, it's Knuckles. You know, unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle. Moving on from all that, we're now into Jack-specific stuff, which is really, really cool, and kind of the main reason I wanted to make this video, because they're all in their boxes, right? And to get them into the suitcase, I'm gonna have to take most of them out of the boxes, which like I was gonna do anyway, but you know, I figured why not make a video out of it? Why not make something out of it? Why not give you guys a little update, a little behind the scenes of just what's going on in James's life, you know? So up first is some 2.5-inch figures. I've got SBO and I've got Classic Amy, both of which I don't have. I have an SBO in the 4-inch and I have a Jayjiverse SBO in the 3-inch line. And I think I've got a 4-inch Amy, Classic Amy that is. I don't know if I did when I made my previous Sonic collection video, so maybe there'll be an update of that at some point down the line. But yeah. I also, while I was here, I was in like one store and I saw this absolutely massive Sonic statue, and I asked about it and they were like, no, it's not for sale, which is like fair enough, but you know, thought it was worth mentioning. Up next is a stock standard classic Sonic. I have another 4-inch classic Sonic, but he's like all angry, and I wanted just like a normal sort of nice looking happy Sonic, you know? He comes with a little item box, and yeah, I just realized I've accidentally bought the entire wave that this is from. Whoops. I've got a classic Eggman, which is another one from that same wave. And I don't actually have any 4-inch Eggman figures, any decent sized Eggman figures. So this is my first ever like mainstream Eggman figure. I've got modern and classic Eggman in the 2.5-inch line, but I never picked up, for example, the Jayjiverse Eggman or any of these. So I'm really happy to actually have a character from Sonic who's not, you know, an anthropomorphic animal, and also just Eggman in general. I'd love a modern one, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? Up next is the 4-inch Mechasonic Mark 1. I really, really love the 2.5-inch version of Mechasonic, so I'm really happy to have this. That is also the third out of 4 characters from this wave. And the other character is Fang, and I already have him back home. I got him shipped over, so unfortunately he's not in this video, but this one is. This next one is one that I'm really, really happy to have. This is Trip from Sonic Superstars, specifically the masked variant. And I don't know, it's something that I never thought I would get because it's so hard, not only to just get Jakks Pacific in general, but like when we do get Jakks Pacific in Australia, if you have a character that is kind of like relatively obscure, that's not like a mainstream, you know, your Sonic, your Tails, your Knuckles, your Shadow, you just won't get the wave, usually, which sucks. Like, one of my dream grail figures, I guess you could say, is the 4-inch Mephiles from Jakks Pacific. But we never got that wave back home, and I don't think that we're gonna get that again, at least for a while. And I refuse to pay scalpers, so, you know, I thought Trip was gonna be one of those where I didn't get that, and I was like, okay, I made peace with it. But hey, look at, here it is. Actually, I don't really mind Superstars. I know people hate Superstars. I know people are really, really against it. I'm like, look, it's not, you know, it's not gonna win any awards, but it's not that bad. Or maybe that's just because I'm a Sonic fan and I've developed Stockholm Syndrome for every single Sonic game. Who knows? Who knows? Speaking of figures that I never ever thought I would get though, this is the Metal Virus Sonic from the IDW Comics line. And this is cool as I mean, look, it's just a repainted Sonic, essentially, but it's another one of those ones where I saw it online and I was like, cool. You know, like, I never thought I would pick this up. I never ever thought that I would have this to myself, but I do, and I'm really, really happy, and I'm kind of gutted that I have to unbox this one, because I think the box art is really cool with, like, the comics on it, but, you know. It is what it is. It's really unique, and I really like it, and it's got a little robot froggy, so I'll give that to Big. Oh, it's a Zombot froggy, sorry, not a robot froggy. Please don't come for me in the comments. The last of these individual figures, I guess you could call them, is Movie Shadow from Sonic 3, Sonic Movie 3, because again, it's another one of those things where you just can't get them. We actually got the entire wave of movie figures back in the day. I say back in the day like it was years ago, it was a few months, but we just didn't have enough stock to go around, and scalpers are also a thing that exists that were just prowling the toy aisles every single day looking for Shadow, looking for Super Shadow, looking for just anything that they could make a quick buck off, which I don't really like, but I'd kind of given up on finding Movie Shadow, or kind of any of the movie figures. I only really wanted Sonic and Shadow, and maybe Super Sonic and Super Shadow. But I always said to myself, if I see a Movie Shadow in the wild, I'll pick it up. And that day has arrived. These figures are really, really cool for posability, for articulation, and I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. So you know how I was like, oh, I really, really want a Super Sonic or a Super Shadow from the movies? I got them. These are the light up ones. So if you press their like little bellies in, they actually light up, which is really cool and really neat. And I mean, I saw variants of Movie Sonic and Movie Shadow, their regular forms that had that as well. But I was like, I didn't really want to pick that up. And I did see a regular Super Shadow that wasn't light up, but I also really wanted Super Sonic, so I was like, I'm gonna get the 2-pack, they light up, it's cool. I'm not in this for the resale value, man. I like the guys, I think they're really neat. The last figure thing I have, it's actually technically a 2.5-inch figure, or it's in that line, it's like a playset, kind of, but it's also kind of a big thing on its own. It is the giant Mecha Sonic from Sonic Superstars, from Jakks Pacific, with a little 2.5-inch Sonic up there. But this is, you know, this is the main deal. His eyes light up. If you press in that on the back, it's working. He's got like little spines on the back, and if you press them in, it lights up, so that's cool. Last, but certainly not least, is this little Supersonic plush. I'm not really too much of a plushie guy, but I saw this, what was the shop name? I think it was Asda. I saw this on the top shelf of an Asda, and it was just like really far at the back, and it was all dusty, and it hadn't like, he looked like he'd been there a while, and look, call me sentimental, but I was like, I gotta bring him to a good home, you know? I gotta bring him to a place where, you know, I can put him with my other Sonic stuff. Yeah, I think he's neat. It's classic Supersonic. He's seen better days. He still needs a bit of a scrub when he gets back home. But yeah, that's kind of it in terms of my Sonic haul. I also picked up this N64, which you can see right here. This is another one of those things where it's like the retro gaming prices in Australia are absolutely absurd at the moment. Buying an N64 from like a reputable store will set you back at least 450 Australian without a game. That's just with like a controller that might be in good condition and the cables. Whereas I got this and Ocarina of Time, and obviously the cables and controller with a really, really good condition controller for a really, really great price here. So I'm happy with that. And this, it'll come back. Without wanting to give too much away, I got some plans for this boy. I got some plans for this, which you will see soon, maybe sooner, maybe later. I don't know, making things takes time. I don't even know when this video is gonna come out because I'm so busy right now. But yeah, that has been my UK haul of Sonic bits and bobs and figures and merch and, you know, all of that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support on my recent stuff. I will be making more. I'm not going anywhere. I love making my videos. I love doing what I do, and I love you guys for doing what you do and liking and commenting and all of that, okay? All right, see you later.